Welcome to Dr. Fred Markets. This is not financial advice. Every day, the world of finance, crypto, and artificial intelligence moves fast, really fast, and staying informed is the only way to stay ahead. That's exactly what we do here, together. Let's get into today's video.
Bitcoin isn't your hedge, it's AI's report card. If you still think humans price this market, you're already late. Verdict first. Bitcoin is no longer trading against the Fed, it's trading against the GPUs. And today, the GPUs are winning. Signal 1. Bitcoin at 81,428, down less than 1%, is boring for a reason. At this price, BTC's network security budget miner revenue runs around $40 to $50 million per day between block rewards and fees, depending on the latest volatility. Call it $15 to $18 billion a year spent on raw computing and electricity to secure a ledger. That's not a meme. That's an AI-scale compute bill. While retail argues about having memes, the hard math says Bitcoin is now a mid-sized AI data center, permanently pointed at timestamping money instead of generating cat videos. Signal 2. Look at Nvidia at $221.60, up 3% on the day, while Bitcoin, Ethereum, Puff, and the rest of crypto yawn. Nvidia is now the tax collector on intelligence itself. Every AI model, every GPT but for XYZ, pays Nvidia first. When Nvidia rallies faster than Bitcoin, the market isn't saying risk on, it's saying we value renting intelligence more than owning monetary certainty today. You're watching a tug-of-war between two compute religions. One burns electricity to protect scarcity, the other burns it to predict behavior. Signal 3. AI isn't just building chatbots, it's quietly running trading books. Funds feed models every headline: hantavirus cruise ship, election denial, Iran, polling noise. The AI doesn't care about politics. It measures, do these words move flows? If a disease headline doesn't translate into forced selling or broken supply chains, the model shrugs and buys the dip. That's why S&P grinds up, Nvidia rips, and Bitcoin barely flinches at global drama. The machines know the difference between noise that scares you and data that moves money. Here's your cliffhanger. The same AI that front-runs your panic is starting to treat Bitcoin as its calibration tool. Let's connect it. All trading AI has one core dependency, a clean signal of, is the system still trusted? You can't train a model on vibes. You need a hard benchmark. Government bonds used to be that benchmark. Then central banks turned them into a policy toy. So quants started sneaking in something else. Bitcoin's reaction to stress. Why Bitcoin? Because there is no Federal Reserve press conference for SHA-256. No CEO to spin earnings. No earnings at all. Just one brutal metric. Did people move value here when they lost faith somewhere else? Here's the mechanism nobody talks about. AI models use Bitcoin as a truth sensor for regime shifts. When banking risk jumps, AI checks. Did Bitcoin volatility spike beyond its usual noise band?
Let's pause for a second. Ask yourself this. Do you really understand what's happening in the markets right now? Do you know how this affects your money, your savings, your future? Most people don't, and that's exactly why you're here. Let's keep going.
When political headlines scream stolen election and nothing shows up in Bitcoin volume or price dislocation, the model quietly tags it as theatrics, not systemic risk. Over time, Bitcoin becomes the control group. The AI compares everything to it. That's why Bitcoin's tiny 0.86% move today is not nothing happening. It's the market's machine brain stamping. System intact, panic downgraded to entertainment. Nvidia rallies because investors are renting that machine brain. Bitcoin holds because that brain still trusts the rails enough not to evacuate. Here's the single thing you didn't know. AI quants increasingly use Bitcoin's behavior as a regime label in their models. When BTC breaks its usual correlation patterns, the model flips state, from play the trend to defend the balance sheet. Bitcoin is no longer just an asset, it's a switch. What does this mean for you? Stop treating Bitcoin and AI as rival fan clubs. They're one machine. AI is the brain. Bitcoin is the heartbeat. If the heartbeat goes arrhythmic, the brain rewrites the rules. Concrete takeaway number 1. Watch how Bitcoin moves, not just how much. Small red day, while headlines scream crisis and Nvidia rips higher, the models say all clear, keep farming volatility. Big green spike while everything safe sells off, that's the regime switch. That's when AI stops playing and starts hedging for real. Concrete takeaway number 2, track the spread between Bitcoin and AI proxies like Nvidia, not just BTC versus the dollar. When Nvidia's ripping and Bitcoin is dead calm, AI is stealing marginal dollars from store of value and reallocating them to rentable intelligence. When that flips, Nvidia flat or down while Bitcoin rips, the AI knows something about trust in future cash flows you don't. Concrete takeaway number 3. You don't need to trade options to use this. You just need a rule. When Bitcoin and AI diverge hard, I question my entire risk exposure. Your action is not buy this coin, it's update my map of what the machines think is safe. This is not financial advice, but here is the truth. The market now prices compute philosophies, not sectors. One burns energy to prove what happened. One burns energy to guess what will happen. Your job is to read the tension between them. Summary. 1. Bitcoin is now an AI-scale compute buyer, not a toy coin. 2. AI traders quietly use Bitcoin as a regime switch, not a meme. 3. Your edge is reading BTC versus Nvidia as one system, not two assets. If you learned something, don't thank me. Rewrite your watch list, subscribe, show up tomorrow, and stop trading vibes against machines trained on your fear. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and check the links in the first comment below.
That's a wrap for today on Dr. Fred Markets. I hope this gave you something to think about, a new angle, a clearer picture, a better question to ask. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, always. If this video added value to your day, subscribe. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it's the best way to support this work and keep it free for everyone. You'll also find every video as a full article on the blog, drfredmarkets.com, and the newsletter is in the bio. I'm Dr. Fred Markets. See you in the next one.